Let's do this. Good morning, everybody. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Hey, Beth. How are you? I'm a little bit early. 1 minute early. Let's wait for people to come in. And I'll start shuffling these cards. I'll start shuffling now. What the hell? What the hell? It's Friday. Woo! Made it through the week. It's been a week. Lockdown. Hey, Jamie. Yeah. Not been too bad. I went for my massage yesterday. Massage isn't closed. Woo! Yay. Happy. I might do that again on Sunday because it's just about all I can do at the moment. Got something in my eye. This one. I have to poke at it a few times. So I'm going to do cards for the collective. Do some channeling for the collective. I had such interesting dreams last night. I had one dream which was kind of a troubling dream. I woke up at 3:30 in the morning too, about my kids. And then I had another dream which was about a date, which was really nice. Really nice dream. It was a fun date. Hey, Marie. You good? Good. Let's get some cards out for the collective. And if anyone wants a mini read, you know what to do. Do you know what to do? Got eye trouble. Just check out that pinned comment in the comment that's pinned up top in the live chat to find out how to get a mini read. So if you've got a burning question for your higher self, you can ask it in here. It's by donation, super chat, super sticker, or there's a PayPal link in that comment. I do prefer the PayPal link, so if you can use that, that'd be great. And if you've got a question for your higher self, or you just want general guidance, put a capital Q at the start of your comment requesting it, and then I can find it easy. I've got problems with my eye. Hi, Christine. Got something in it. It's eyeliner or it's mascara. I think it's mascara. Okay, let's get some cards out. Hopefully I'll cry that stuff away. You'll make me cry. So I had one bad dream, one good dream. It wasn't particularly bad. It was. It was bad. It was a bad dream. Didn't like it at all. But my second dream was great. So the universe made up for it. Or my psyche made up for it. My eyes are a problem. We've got something running beneath the surface here. Something emotional beneath the surface. Well, that's what comes out in dreams, right? Here's the chicken. Hey, chicken. Hey. She dodged that. She dodged the stroke. You're going to be up there. Is she on camera? Kind of. Come here, chicken, and then you'll be on. I played around with this. So if I need to show you the cards like even closer that are on the table, of which there are none, I can do that now. Morning, Mandy. Morning, Nicole. How is everyone today? All good? So yeah, let's get going for the collective. For the collective. Who's this? And if anyone wants a mini read, you can donate. There's a PayPal link in that pinned comment up top. If you've got a question for your higher self, use a capital Q at the start of your comment after your donation. You can use super chat or super sticker if you really want. I don't prefer it, but that's okay. You sick? Oh no. How come? What's up with you? Get better. Get better, Timothy. This is mystery. Oh, so we don't know what it is that's underneath the surface. Not COVID, is it? What's up? What have you picked up? Yeah, get better, Timothy. Mystery. So whatever's running beneath the surface here, it's a mystery. In other words, yeah, I was trying to get back to sleep, but then thinking like, why did my mind go there? I watched a scary movie before bed last night. I couldn't stop watching it, but it was really horrible, really bad. I wished I hadn't watched it. But you know when you start and you just can't stop because you've got to know how it finishes. Oh, it's horrible. It could have been a trigger, but no, I think it's more their stuff. Something running beneath the surface that's a mystery to us. So, oh, great. Something's coming up for healing. And then I had an argument with my guide saying, hey, my time to receive now, before I start with the trying to fix what was broken in my 20s by having kids before I was healed. My time to receive. Guides, come on. Let me just fix myself. Enlightenment, Saraswati. Used to know a Vietnamese girl called Saraswati in a yoga retreat. She's a very good teacher. Saraswati. Of course, it's a name that she gave herself. It wasn't a real name. I don't like when people do that. You might be into it. I'm not. When people say things like that, I say, what's your real name? Saraswati, enlightenment. Goddess of knowledge and the art, Saraswati, is opening your third eye to all things that require wisdom and study. Focus on these things and you'll be rewarded with enlightenment. Wisdom and study. Okay. So we might be able to study our way out of this thing that's running underneath the surface. This bubbling up, this emotional thing that's bubbling up underneath the surface, this mystery. We might be able to learn our way out of it. It requires wisdom and study. Focus on that, getting to the bottom of it. Through what? Through those channels that work, you know? Which generally it's not the reading channels. There's very few people like me giving the advice in it. Mostly it's the predictions, right? But there are many psychotherapists and people like that with YouTube channels too, and that is the gold right there, learning about it properly. Instead of trying to bypass it by doing things like this. Well, it's not what I do. I use it as a delivery method. Like a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. A psychic reading helps people get the right information. Those that are just watching readings and hoping that their troubles magically go away. It's a spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down. Not necessarily the people that are seeking out the psych channels, right? Not necessarily, it might be, but that seems to be my place right now. So that's all right. I'm cool with that. I had a lovely day, and it just happened. I think it was on the back of the other dream. Didn't put my jewelry on, hang on. I often forget that step. I remember to put my necklace on, but I forget to put the rest. Let's have that, and what else? This one. Three today. Green, wood, and rose quartz. Okay, the tarot story. Let's do the tarot story. It was a really fun date as well. But the worrying thing at the end of it is that he seemed to be, actually it wasn't now thinking back, he seemed to be renting my ex-boyfriend's house, which was weird. It wasn't inside though, but I did recognize that house. You know when you have dream houses? Not like my dream house, place that I'd want to move to, but houses that appear in your dreams regularly. It was a big house. It had a lot of bedrooms, a lot of furniture as well. Hey, Jessica. Strange dream, but it was a great date. Involved coffee and food. Randomly. Okay, what stories do we got today? We've got a weaver. We've also got a sandfly in here. A weaver. Oh, that mask. Okay. There's a story like a story of our life kind of thing. It's a tangled web that we weave in our lives. Feels like something might be coming back around again here. The 10 of lotuses, wow. Happily ever after. Flying off into the sunset there. Beautiful. Or is it the sunrise? The lotuses are all happy and they're out. Beautiful. 10 of cups. Quite a trip to get there, isn't it? And the 5 of trees. Feeling like we're not there. There's a skull in that. Can you see? The tree. Skull. I saw it right away. Here. Feeling left out of the 10 of lotuses, the happily ever afters. Death on the bottom now, but it didn't come out. Oh, over the last 2 days I recorded the weekly reads for next week. It's a big week of change, really. For most signs, a couple of signs it was slightly different, but massive week of change next week. Yeah. I did it over 2 days because I thought I might as well work every day and just work a half day and get more balance that way because there's nothing else to do instead of doing my full, cram all of my work in 3 days, 3 full days, so that I can have 2 of my weekdays off to train and stuff. It's okay. I prefer having days off and going out and seeing my friends and training with them and stuff. The Queen of Cups here, which I always see as like being open and receptive. She's there, she's picking the stuff. She's picking the good stuff. Remember some of these cups cards, we've got the 8 of cups in this deck is she's swimming away from all those broken cups, remember? Broken glasses that are at the bottom. Now she's found the ones that she wants there. The shiny ones. The ones that are good. What sign are you, Beth? I can't remember them anyway. I'll be publishing them tonight anyway. I've not got long to wait. So the Queen of Cups, we're being receptive to it. But there's that, I don't know, that Weaver came out first. I've got an unsettled feeling about that. It feels like not an arduous, but a complicated, like that thing that's being weaved there, a complicated path to it is what it feels like to me. It is. Why can't it just be simple? Because it would be boring, is what they just said. It would be boring. A boat arrived yesterday morning. Oh yeah, you didn't know. So I went shopping on Wednesday. I went shopping to get some food to find the shops empty, hardly anything left. And it's like, damn, what's going on? Boats are off. No supplies coming in. Ireland ran out of eggs again. But one boat arrived yesterday morning. So Libra, can't remember. I can't remember after I do them. Yeah, I think Libras is about change. You're gonna get your wishes granted then. And so we've got food again. So I managed to get some blueberries yesterday. That's another good thing about doing half days now is that I can go shopping in the afternoon and I managed to get some greens as well because it's just been the farms on this island the last couple of days to be able to get food from them. Massive amount of eggs arrived. People were taking photos on the ferry saying, did anyone order eggs? Because the ferry's full of eggs. Crates and crates and crates and crates. Now we've got the Knight of Cups and we've got the King of Swords come out here. Well, I wasn't noticing. The Lovers is on the bottom of the deck there. Death and then Lovers, huh? Death to them. Knight of Cups and the King of Swords. Knight of Cups giving a love offer. He's very young. King of Swords, clarity on that. Clarity on it. Knows what he's doing. He looks young as well. In fact, they always look miserable, King of Swords. And the Queen of Swords. They think too much. Don't have enough fun. Why have they come out? The Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the King of Swords. Maybe this one is thinking about the love offer there, thinking about it a lot. Not doing it, but thinking about it. But she's like receptive. She's chosen in a way. That's what I'm getting from this. I'm just seeing her choosing. She's picking it. She's pointing it out. She's like this one. This coffee here. And this is the one that I want. Maybe she's pointing there. This one here. This king here. And he's like, got to think about this. I've got to think about this first. Get some clarity on it. Anyone getting a mini read this morning? Maybe I will. Donate to myself. 8 of Wands. What an interesting card. It feels to me like, I was just wondering whether they're receiving those ones or we're giving them out, because 8 of Wands is about fast forward, it's about messages, it's about communication, it's about it happening. Let's read this one out. Maybe it's communication back and forth. Maybe one of them's receiving, one of them's giving those messages out. 8 of Wands. Well, maybe we're going to hear something from this Night King here. There is a lot of change coming next week. 8 of Wands. It's that energy, of when the wind starts blowing and then you can feel that change is about, or whether you just suddenly wake up to something and think it's time to leave this relationship or this town or this job. It's that kind of week that we've got coming up, that the wind starts blowing and you feel unsettled and you think, I need to make a change. That's the energies we've got coming up. Now we do start the week with a full moon as well. That reminds me. So what date is it? The full moon. I wrote it on my calendar. It's on the 21st, so it's on the Tuesday. So yeah, Monday for some, because it's 7 a.m. here on the Tuesday morning. But I do need to put those full moon readings on my website. Reduced price ones, I'll do that right after this if I remember. 8 of Wands, this is a card of movement and transition. If life has been feeling overwhelming, know that a positive change is still very possible. Now's the time to take any initiatives or opportunities that come your way. Once you can focus on a specific task or goal, there's nothing you cannot accomplish. It's the self-direction, determination, and confidence that comes from clarity, vision, and drive. This also has to do with establishing productive habits and organizational skills. The 8 of Wands may also highlight positive success through group strength and cooperation. Time to be decisive and self-determined. Yeah, I was getting that. Are they receiving those ones or giving it out? Which way is the message coming? But maybe they're working together. Teamwork. Collaborations. Group strength. Adventure, change, newfound success. Group strength, collaboration, successful timing. Your situation may feel unstable, unresolved, or delayed. Are you feeling indecisive about a choice that needs to be made? It is. There could be a loss of opportunity if you can't focus your energy authentically. You may need to find a creative alternative to a situation or give yourself a bit more time. Try taking smaller and more comfortable steps instead of forcing leaps and bounds. That's good advice. So maybe it's not fast forward, or it is. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Fast forward if you've got clarity. That message has come out a few times. Only fast forward if you've got clarity. Wasn't that what I was saying on Wednesday? Was it? I think so. I said it sometime in the last few days anyway, in readings. I think I was saying it in here. Chicken looks really cute. The Ten of Swords, the end of the pain. I'll read this one out as well. Put my watch on charge. Pressed the wrong button, didn't I? Hang on, let's get this back. Come back. I can operate the camera, but with the new face that I've got on it, I keep on hitting it by mistake with my watch. So the Ten of Swords, I've got an itchy palm too. What's the right? Is that receiving? Ten of Swords, Ten of Swords, Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is known to show up during difficult life challenges, which are often traumatic, disastrous, or unexpected. This may also be an indication of lying or deceit from someone else, with the hurtful outcome of feeling betrayed. Know that despite the hardships, a new phase or beginning will transpire. From processing and releasing this phase of your life, you'll learn to move forward with illumination and strength. It is the transformation of negative experiences that puts everything else into perspective, in seeing past the shadows into the light which shines through. Recovery, enlightenment, release, transformation, self-love, compassion. Now, that's interesting, isn't it? Because the energy update today was all about release too. Release of someone that you're waiting for to come back. For those that are in that situation. So it's the in-between stage. It's a phase, isn't it? Especially with a breakup, we want them to come back first of all, but that's just a phase that we go through. And then we get this Ten of Swords where we leave that pain behind, we learn from it, and then we don't want them back anymore. We want them back in the in-between phase before we've realised the lesson. And I was talking in the energy update that it's usually ego that wants them back to win. It's important that you acknowledge all the fears and pains that have been affecting your life. So much. You're still holding on to grief or hurtful memories from your past. It could be that you'll need to face things, and that's in bold. Face things from many, many years ago that are still unresolved. Already? Can't I just enjoy myself for a little bit? Can I not just receive something? This is the conversation I was having with my guides in the middle of the night. Like, seriously, you want me to deal with this next? Is there no, gap where I can receive something and have a nice time? It's got to be one thing after another, has it? So try to do a deal. After you've done this, you give yourself permission to heal the emotional wounds in order to make room for new opportunities and perspectives. This practice of self-love may also stem from the need to forgive yourself or others, a need to face, acknowledge, and release. Never thought you'd prefer life without him, but there you go. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? When we get to that point beyond that in between where we're like, whew, I don't want them back, and yay. And yay. I wouldn't take them back, nor would I choose them again if someone who is the carbon copy comes along, or a similar, I wouldn't choose them again. Very empowered. It took me a while to get there from Mr. Last Year, but I got there. Got there in the end. Let's get one more of these out. So we could be talking, I just want one. With the Eight of Wands and the Ten of Swords there, that some news comes in to give us that release. Or someone comes back in asking, and that's when we realise, no, I'm over you. I learned that lesson. It's a no from me. I don't want that again. No thanks. Thanks for asking. Who's this? Seven of Crystals. Patience. But let's read this one out too. She does seem to be sitting patiently there. The Seven of Crystals. Crystals, where are you? The back. Seven of Crystals indicates a new perspective of your life goals. It could be that you feel as though you've worked very hard but are still in the process of reaping the rewards. Yes! Now is not the time to give up. If you're feeling stuck or idle at the moment, take some time to rest and review your next steps. Perhaps you've learned more than you thought possible along the way and have shifted your priorities unexpectedly. It could simply be a matter of gaining a new perspective and trusting your instincts, mind, body, and spirit. Look at life and think of everything you've accomplished and all that you're grateful for. This phase is simply a pause along your journey. So it's not patience, it's a pause. Same. It's a different label. Anticipation, contemplation, visions. Could be dreams. Hey, intuition, meditation, spiritual truth. Absolutely. No more settling for scraps. No more jumping on the slightest bit of attention that we get. That came up in the energy update today as well. How are you using your energy at this time? Is it paying off? Are you becoming frustrated with a lack of output? I sound like an ad. Is it paying off? Or are you becoming frustrated with a lack of output? This could be an indication that you're putting in everything you have emotionally or mentally and are not manifesting your plans. If this is related to a relationship, stop it. It could be that there's an imbalance in some way. I reckon. Doing too much. Stop it. Take a back step. Pedal backwards. One person will end up being disappointed in the end if they're the one putting in all the work and not letting the other one back that ball back over the net. Well, I never knew the Seven of Crystals was about that. Interesting, yeah, because it is. It's about, I often get like the tending to the environment, that kind of thing, being patient with it, but also being patient with allowing someone else to make their move and giving them the time, because they really need to think about it. Pondering. Here. More coffee. It was like Christmas here yesterday. I got a new exercise mat because the boat came. Got a new exercise mat. What else? I got some powder for my face. I'm wearing it. It's like a mineral, an SPF thing, but powder too. I don't know. I'll see how it goes. What else did I get? Some new. Oh, one dumbbell. A heavier dumbbell. I ordered two, but only one of them arrived. So the next one will be 3 days on the next boat. The reason the boats are, there's 3 boats. 2 of the boats are cancelled because the staff have COVID. 1 boat is still on. So we get 1 boat every 3 days. That's the information that I've got. Which when you're on a little island, relies on the food from the mainland. It's less so now. It's less so now in these times. People are farming here now, which is great. But get a bit scary. I must admit, when after that shopping trip when there was hardly anything in the shops, I got the last carrot. I bought some things that I didn't necessarily want because I thought, I don't know when I'm going to be able to buy anything new, and I need, like, with no greens, that's not good. I've been able to get greens. I actually could get some greens that are grown on this island from somewhere. They weren't particularly the ones that I wanted, but I did seek some out. But yeah. And then when I got back home, I ordered some more water. I'm like, I'm not running out of mineral water because he's going to run out soon because the boats aren't arriving. So stocked up on the mineral water too. Not toilet paper, you know. I've got a lot of that. But eggs are the new toilet paper on this island. It always is. There's always eggs that run out, and that's the biggest deal on this island. If there's bad weather and the ferries stop, it's eggs that go first. Couldn't find any onions the other day. And bananas. A bit short on the ground. I still don't have bananas. And then they were all green bananas yesterday, the ones that arrived on the island, so I didn't buy any. I should before they all go. Queen of Pentacles. I do have friends that grow bananas. Bananas grown everywhere here anyway. Queen of Pentacles. Stable, steady. Holding stable and steady. Isn't it interesting? The Queen of Cups there, she's picking what she wants and then she's holding steady. The Divine Masculine here seems to be all over the place. We're all over the place internally, letting things go from the past and realizing that we've transitioned from that. Maybe an ex getting in touch or something like that, or an old boss. Do you want your old job back? No, I'm so over it. There's no way I would take it back. That kind of thing. Yeah, food shortage. Yeah, well, luckily I've got my fridge now, with the freezer, and so I buy like big packs of frozen steaks, and I buy my protein up front now because I've got a good freezer to keep it in. So I wasn't that worried. And I do have friends with farms. There's a farm here, in fact, just over there on the other side of the pool. Last year, the local Burmese community cleared all the land there, and I've planted a lot there, so it's not that big a deal for me. But yeah, it is scary. Food shortage. Queen of Pentacles. I was worried about milk running out, but I do have a carton of the long life stuff in my fridge. Queen of Pentacles. So we've got to like remain stable, not be all over the place, not be like, oh, is it right? Is it not? Is this what I want? Is it not what I want? Like be the Queen of Cups and chosen and stay steady in that. Queen of Pentacles as well. Focusing on other things, focusing on yourself, focusing on your money maybe, or something, I don't know. Something tangible rather than whatever's up in the air here. We can focus on our love life all we like, you know, but it very rarely does it make anything move, because that eight of wands is saying it's not your move. The Eight of Wands and the Ten of Swords saying it's not your move. And if you do overgive, if you do make a move, you're going to regret it because it's out of balance then. No, it was the Seven of Crystals, wasn't it? That said that. Well, plenty of apples though. One of the things I wanted was apples. Obviously not that many people that eat apples on this island. Eight of Swords, feeling bound. What, to be stuck in the stability? Queen of Pentacles, because I'm getting a kind of a Nine of Pentacles vibe from that. What are we feeling bound by? Give us another one. What are we feeling bound by? Maybe, oi, it's that one. Maybe feeling bound by a false sense of loyalty. Got to be loyal to ourselves and our own hearts and our inner children especially. Be loyal to our inner child, for sure. For sure. I'm kind of hoping this island doesn't go back to full capacity. I'm liking it the way it is now. Well, not the way it is now. Like, I want more, but not how it was before. I've got used to it being very quiet. It's more of a community feel. It's like winter. It's like winter in any holiday place. It's nice. There's an aspect of it that's nice. This winter has lasted 2 years though, so it's getting a little bit much now. Well, not 2 years, 1.5 years. Four of Cups. This is why we're feeling bound. Four of Cups. Where's the cups? That's where the thing is. Four of Cups. Refusing an offer. Boredom, daydreaming, apathy, regret. Like I was saying, we can focus all we like on relationships, but it's not going to change anything, right? We can think, oh well, I'll be positive about it, and if I imagine, if I visualize positive things coming from this old person in my past, that's going to somehow change them, and they're going to come in and be that positive thing and play out that positive story. That's not the way the law of attraction works. The way the law of attraction works is you be that energy and then it comes to you. You don't imagine scenarios, daydream scenarios, and then manage to change another through it. Do you ever like suddenly stop being yourself just because someone's fixated on you and have got fantasies about you? We don't. We don't suddenly change being ourselves. Feel inexplicably drawn to someone to be someone that we're not. We don't ever do that, nor is anyone else going to do that. So we've got to be careful of that fantasy thing. And even the focus on relationships, because it's not healthy. It's only healthier as, like, if it's our turn, if there's something for us to do, if there's something that we need to change in ourselves, or it's our step to take next. You could be hesitant because either you're unsure or you don't see the opportunity as being beneficial for you at this time. The Four of Cups is telling you that you should investigate taking an offer. Investigate it. Weigh the pros and cons of a situation. It will help you gain a sense of clarity. This card may mean you're regretting the missed opportunity, feeling bored or stuck. Might be wanting to go backwards as well. I'm feeling that energy in the readings lately, is that some people want to go backwards, like, oh damn, I should have said yes to that thing in the past. No, you shouldn't. This card may mean you're regretting a missed opportunity, feeling bored or stuck, or right now you're losing your passion and motivation. Perhaps you've been absent-minded and daydream a lot lately. Have you? Daydreaming. Me, not so. I haven't been daydreaming, which is good because I am a daydreamer, and which is all great. If I'm like in daydreams for my business or anything like that, it's great because that's the stuff that I can manifest. If it's about relationships, it's just a waste of energy. Which is kind of nice to have like a night dream about that, because that's not wasted time, right? A night dream about it is sorting out that the stuff that's going on inside. It's a very nice date as well in my dream date. It was spontaneous. We had fun, got to know each other. It was interesting, and drank some coffee, ate some food, went to some beach. I've never seen it before. Okay, we're clear about this. So there's a circuitous, is that a word? There's a weird, mysterious path that's been woven here. 2, you're happily ever after, your 10 of lotuses, your heart being really happy. It's your heart having all of its wishes fulfilled, kind of thing. 5 of trees, feeling like left out of that at the moment. But Queen of Cups chooses what she wants. She chooses, and then she remains stable, like the Queen of Pentacles in that choice. Knight of Cups is trying to make up his mind. King of Swords trying to get clarity on it, thinking about these things here. 8 of Wands says that communication is coming in or going out, but it's more the communication that's going to allow you to let go of something in the past, something that's been painful. So it's unlikely to be new communication coming in from a new person. It's more likely to be old communication coming in from the past. We've got Mercury retrograde. We've got Mercury retrograde coming up shortly, and that's what it's all about. It's like, hang on a minute, let's sort this stuff out. Remember this stuff? So exes come back, you hear from them again, past stuff comes back in, sort it out, go introspective and sort it out. That's what we've got coming up now. Ten of Swords and the Seven of Crystals. Be sure not to be one-sided. Be sure not to put too much effort in. Don't be codependent anymore. Remain stable instead. Be careful what you bind yourself to, because, or what you're loyal to. Be loyal to yourself, be loyal to your inner child, especially. Take great care of ourselves. Talked about it today in the energy update. Being loyal to really taking care of our inner child, and sometimes it's the long-term stuff that we need to do. We need to say, no lollies. No, you can't have that sugary treat. You'll eat your dinner. That is good love. We need to do that for ourselves too. No, you won't be lazy. I was kind of yesterday, because after my massage, it was really good, but my body, because of all the strength training that I've been doing, because now my time I've just been doing the strength training at home, and my muscles are building up, which is great, but there was a killer leg day. Not yesterday, the day before. So I didn't do anything yesterday. I thought, I'm not ruining it. The good work of the massage. But why am I going on about that? Yes, because sometimes we need to go to the gym. We need to stop being lazy, stop treating ourselves, stuff like that, and be the good parent to ourselves. That's what I was talking about. And I feel that that's what this is talking about too. She's in the kitchen, chicken cat. Drinking loudly. What else have we got? So what is this advice? It's like, remain where you are. Your path is showing you these are the things that it could be right now. How long does Mercury retrograde last for? Is it a couple of weeks? Anyone know? Anyone know how long it lasts for? Just going to do some admin. Wow, the lag catches up. Full moon readings, I'm putting them on half price right now. Not half price, reduced price. Let's make 6 available. Ta-da! It's as easy as that. Everyone's quiet today. What are you doing? What are you all doing? You're busy doing something. You're all knitting or something like that. Knitting. I used to knit. Here we go. Just add it to my website right now. Do a bit of work while I'm working. Full moon. The full moon sale. Full. There it is. I am going to be recording a pick a card read today. Any ideas? What we'd like? Maybe what they're thinking, what they're feeling. I might do that. Any interest in that? Just put cryptocurrency. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Anna. Why are you? Oh, because I asked a question. Like, why are you throwing dates at me? Oh, because I asked a question. So it starts in 10 days' time. Oh, that's a long time, doesn't it? 3 weeks. Working and listening. Not knitting then. Is anyone knitting? You're sleepy. That's a lot, isn't it, Anna? Got a lot to do. Haven't done the cryptocurrency thing. We've got the world. The cycle's completing. It's taking its sweet time now, isn't it? The cycle's completing, a new one is beginning, but we're in between. That's what I was getting. We're in between. It's like stuff is being cleared up in the in-between. Whatever will I do this weekend? Maybe I'll just keep on making picker card reads. Get some stock, get stocked up on picker card reads. She probably needs to go and pee now. Chicken! She needs to go pee now. Are you watching? She gets all excited when it's look, fruit fairy. 2 of cups and strength. Be strong, be strong, be strong, be stable, be strong. Shiba Inu. 2 of cups and strength. Now, in the energy update today, I was talking about love offers not being quite right. Being what you want, but not being quite right. It's a negotiation energy. You need to be able to stand up for yourself and not just grasp onto the slightest bit of attention. You're not looking at anybody. There's no one there. Yeah, and so negotiations. As excited as we are for that job offer or that love offer, Sunfly, come here. They're so hard to get these. They're so annoying. Pesky. As excited as we are about that offer, that job offer or whatever, it's a negotiation, you know? It's a negotiation. I watched a movie in which a guy was buying a horse. I think it was a Hallmark one. A guy was buying a horse. It was like a horse that the competition, a racing horse, a horse that was that the competition bought or won or something in a race. And then the original owner wanted it back. But the new owner had sold it off for bones and stuff, just wanted it off the circuit kind of thing because it was a winning horse. And they couldn't work with it because this horse would only be, a winner with the original owner. Or the original owner's daughter or something like that. Anyway, this of course was worth a lot, but to these guys that had been sold to for bones, it was hardly worth a thing. And so he intercepted, the owner that wanted it back, intercepted the horse carrier or whatever it was and said, I want to buy that horse from you. And they said, oh no, we've been told that it definitely needs to be gone, this one. And it's like, well, how much did he pay you for that? And he said, well, I will offer you whatever. And he did this negotiation, and of course it was worth so much more than they were asking for it, and they thought they were getting a great deal, and they still bartered them down. And that's the energies that it feels like now. It's like, just because something is he could have laughed when they said $800 because it was worth like tens of thousands, or maybe more than that. But instead he said, that's a bit steep, I'll give you 400, and it's that kind of thing. It's like a love offer comes in that you've wanted, but don't just grasp at it if it's not exactly as you want it. Stay stable like this. You've picked, but it doesn't mean you can just accept everything, anything and everything. Mercury retrograde ends late October. Trines positively with Jupiter. Okay, I don't find them bad. Anyway. I was born under Mercury retrograde, and I like the inner game stuff. So, yeah, it's not. Why doesn't that change? There we go. Let's go green. So we need to be strong in the negotiations here. A cycle is completing, but we're very much in between worlds here. A love offer could be coming in. An old one could be coming in. You're like, you laugh at, like, not a chance. Not if you were the last man on earth, mate. Or maybe if you're the last man on earth. Now, the lovers and the 10 of emotions, beautiful to come out together. Wish fulfillment. There's still something that's not as great as that. There's still something still in negotiation here. What's that? What's the thing that's still in negotiation? 10 of materials. Whoa! The lovers, the 10 of emotions, and the 10 of materials. Whoa. That's big. Feeling left out has been resonating with me recently. Been single for multiple years now. Yeah, don't have the time or energy for it. Yeah, work on yourself. I know that feeling. I have made more space in my life lately, but I do know that feeling. But what was I going to say? That feeling left out. You're doing the right thing, Emma, because when we feel left out, if there's been a pattern of abandonment, generally we start abandoning ourselves. And if you've got a full life, by yourself, that's you not abandoning yourself, right? And that's a good point to bring up here, because I think that this is what this reading is saying as well. It's like, just because you're offered something, don't abandon yourself. Never abandon yourself again. Never. Never. Wow, look at this. The world, 2 of cups, strength, the lovers, 10 of emotions, 10 of materials. Look at that carrot right there. That's almost an ideal reading, that. If it weren't for all these cards that came before it. Whatever is going on. Whatever's going on. Out there. Lockdown land. Are you all locked down? Is everyone locked down? We're not really locked down. We're on a curfew, but it doesn't matter because I'm in bed before 9 anyway. But that curfew's been in place for a very long time now. It's been 4.5 months since I had a drink. I noticed yesterday when I have a look at the app. That's how long we've been in curfew. Yep, someone's got something good coming in. I hope it's me. I hope it's all you guys too, but it's slow coming. I'm not getting that it's fast coming at all. It's slow coming here. Two of Pentacles. This is the weighing up, pros and cons. Weighing up the pros and cons. Deliberating. Should I, shouldn't I? You're still working. You're locked down, but you're still working. Supermarkets have gone weird here. They've all got things. They've obviously got new rules. There's only like 3 of us allowed in a shop at once or something like that, and 10 minutes max. Like, you want to go in the shop more than 10 minutes. They're not big supermarkets here. We live on a small island. And yeah, so they've got these like weird notices and tie outside the shops. And what you're meant to do, like stand at the door, like how many people are inside, or go and count the people inside. It's weird. What have we got here? Too many cards. But I'll tell you what they are. The High Priestess, Temperance. You know what I was saying on Wednesday about the High Priestess? She knows. She's that character in the movie that just knows, just sits quietly, knowing. Temperance and being patient. Six of Wands. Six of Wands in this deck is the marriage card. It's the victory. It's a romantic victory. Woo. She just knows. She knows. She knows. The Chariot, and then she's fast forward. She just knows it's going to happen. She's going to have that victory. Three of Cups. They're coming in. There's going to be the celebration. Whoa, these cards. Page of Wands. What's he about? Why? Look at all these cards. It's all like, let's put those two together. So we just got to know. That's a strong position, isn't it? Being the Queen of Pentacles as well. High Priestess, Temperance, waiting. Six of Wands, the Chariot, and the Three of Cups. That's another very big carrot right there. But we also got out these. Deliberating, weighing it up. It's like, should I take action? Feeling very unprepared. I'm ready for this. I'm not ready for this. Who's not ready for this? The masculine. Thinking about it. Very similar. Very similar energies right there. Knight of Cups, King of Swords. Do you want to see it more closely? I can show you. There you go. That's kind of cool, isn't it? I look like a bit weird. If you want to see the cards up close, you can see them now. So the High Priestess, quietly knowing. No more being pulled in different directions. We don't, just because the masculine is in this energy of like, should I, shouldn't I need to get clarity on this, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Doesn't mean that the divine feminine's got to be like that. You can be in this High Priestess energy and just know. Just know. You don't know whether they're going to make it or not, but that's all right. Someone is going to. And having patience here, tempering ourselves. Not so wobbly, getting that balance, you know. Six of Wands, because you know there's going to be the victory. Thank you, RP. I'm feeling good at the moment. Feeling beautiful at the moment. I am. The Chariot. It's almost like this knowing that there's a black cat running out that way there. It's almost this, oh, there were cats in my dream too. And a cat talked to me, a kitten talked to me. I went and found the kitten. It was my child though, but it was a kitten. And I'm like, what are you doing? It was in a shop, a bed shop, and it was like curled up on one of the beds and it was all a mess. I'm like, what are you doing now? You've made a mess of this. And said, no, there's an old lady. She needs a medication. I can't go with you now because I need to remind her to take a medication. Like, where is she? She's gone to the bathroom. So I'm like, okay, I found the medication. Where's the medication? Underneath the mattress. So I got the medication out. And then the old lady came back, put her to bed, gave her a medication. And then I'm like, right, can you come with me now? And Kitten said yes. Kitten was my child though. A second daughter, which I don't have. What a dream. Chariot. And then the celebration. So that's like having an inner knowing that it is happening. And just being patient, you know. Resting assured instead of matching their energy and picking up on their energy and being all like, I don't know, I can't decide, gotta weigh it up, pros and cons. Is it the past person? Should I go backwards? It's like, stop doing that to ourselves. Overthinking that fantasy thing is not going to work in this situation. It's not. It works for some things. Now, I can manifest things. Like I manifested living on a yacht and stuff like that. I can do that with that. Can't do the relationship thing. When I manifested living on the yacht, I had a lot of dreams about that. I had a lot of fantasies, a lot of visions about that and all of that. It wasn't about the relationship. I hadn't dreamed up the relationship. I wasn't thinking I meet someone that's got a yacht. I wasn't. That's what happened. But if I'd have done it with about the relationship, it wouldn't have happened. Right? Like I would have dreamed a narcissist. Were they not? No. Careful what you wish for. That was the message in the energy update today. So we just got to get on with something, I think. We've got very positive cards coming in here, just like incredible. A cycle is coming to an end, a new cycle is beginning, but it's going to take some time. The love offer is coming in, so hold strong. Lovers, 10 of emotions, 10 of materials. It's like the universe heard us. If this is what you've been asking for it all or nothing is what I've been asking for. Literally. And I'm solid in that. I'm saying to the universe, like, okay, give it me before you ask anything more of me, before I have to go into other situations, maybe with my children or something like that, to sort something out. It's my time to receive. My inner child comes first before my children. It has to. It has to if I'm going to be anywhere near a healthy parent to approach this subject again. It's not that I'm not ready for it, but I feel my inner child needs more first. You know what I mean? Anyway, they're all adults now. My children. Probably following a very similar path than I did. We'll see. But interesting dream to come up for me because I hadn't been thinking about that. So it seems to be a higher self kind of a prompt. I'm like, no, give me something good first before this more work comes in. It's my time. It's my inner child's time. You know that whole, I used to try and give what I was lacking to other people and take care of them first and mother them. And then I realized I'm the one that needs mothering. I'm the one that was abandoned. I'm the one that hasn't had a family. It's me. I've got to do that for me, not for other people. Can't do it for other people because I've not had it myself. Got to do it for me. And I still feel like that. I'm still like, no, I'm still lacking. My inner child's got to come first before my children, the ones that I gave birth to. Seven of Wands, persistence and conviction. Three of Swords, upheaval and release. There's something to release before we get there. This Ten of Swords. I feel like someone's going to come in from the past for us to release it. Ex-lover, maybe. Ex-boss, maybe. Children, maybe. Hey, Indira. Maybe. Sunfly. I hate them. They're so pesky and they're so hard to catch. Pesky. Yeah, there's something to get rid of first here. Upheaval and release. Perspective, conviction. Just never ends, hey? That's the tarot. Why? Why? Why did you do that? Oh, it's because I did that. So watch. Does anyone want a mini read? No one's had anyone. No one's had one this morning. Be strong in your convictions, what your heart really wants, yeah, and stick to that. Stick to it and negotiate for it too. Don't back down. Keep that bar high. You had a strange dream too. Horror film. Ooh. I watched a horror film. It was horrible. I don't know why I put myself through that. It was horrible. Ugh. Well, that's a worry, isn't it, Timothy? So there's something on your mind there. There's something that hasn't been released from your subconscious wants you to know about something there. Or do you have a fever? Was it a fever dream? What's with the new guy? Did you donate? I could throw my body into a throat kick. Wow. I went to sleep at about 9 o'clock last night, and then 9:30 woke up. Like, laying in my bed, like, woke up, sat up, bolt upright. Something shocked me. 9:30, so I don't know. There wouldn't have been a noise outside because we're not allowed out after 9. Or maybe there was. Oh yeah, and then a storm came over, so it could have been lightning. I woke up with a start shortly after I'd gone to sleep. I sat up in my bed, like, what the hell's going on? It will have been lightning. Because then a storm came over. That was freaky. What's with the new guy? Says RP. What is with the new guy? I was going to do one for me first. I'm going to do me first. I'm not going to say my question out loud. Just going to see what comes out. Rose. I thought it was Rose. This is for me first. Have a good time and blame. Have a good time. There's no good times to be had. Like, even like riding about the island, it's like nobody. There's just nobody. There's nobody on the roads. Although I did see. Who did I see? Oh, I saw someone I haven't seen for ages. I didn't think she was on the island anymore. Lady boy. But I know. Both staring at each other and went past. Not seen you for ages. Have a good time and blame. This is for me. I want to have a good time. Blame. Hi, Joe. And what you resist persists in gratitude. Yeah, I am kind of grateful for resisting. It's been hard to stand up for what I want because I so want it, but it's very difficult to stand in that. I am grateful that I'm strong now in my convictions now of what I want, and I won't back down. It's not worth backing down. I don't want a shadow of it. So to you, Rose, thanks for your donation. What about this new guy? What's with him? What's with this new guy? Expansion and surrender. It's kind of like a grass is greener, or should be, energy here. Expansion card is always much better, much more surrendering that. So is this enough for me, or is there much better than this? Both of you, I feel, in this. Is the grass greener somewhere else? Is this enough for me? This could be the overthinking that everyone's doing at the moment. It's on the table here. Is it expansion or not? My yacht guy years ago seemed to be expansion, and it kind of was. It was a lot of lessons though. It's a narcissist. But it was me moving beyond the wounded, the safe options. Oh, it's just so different now. I'm not choosing that anymore. Well, you've got expansion here. It's a mixture though. It's a mixture. Is the grass really greener? It's this new guy. It is an expansion. You're both like reaching for more. But it could be a step along the way. You got blame as well. Wow, and breathe. It's a kind of resistance as much as desire kind of thing, push pull kind of an energy. I want you, but is this really right? Or is the grass greener somewhere else? It's someone else that's better, that kind of an energy. Because you're both reaching for higher. So you're probably matching that energy of wanting better than you've had before, but that very energy has you doing that within this too. Do you know what I mean? Is this enough? Do I want even more than this? So yeah, when we're reaching for more, we're likely to carry on reaching for more within that relationship too, doing the grass is greener thing. There's that energy about it. You wrote it all down. New neighbours moved into the apartment below. Empath, PTSD, wounded. That could have triggered, right? Interesting. Who's this? Jessica, thank you. You got a question, Jessica? Does that make sense, Rose? Only been on 2 dates. But yeah, when you're in that I want better than I've had before, you're likely to meet someone that is in the I want better than I've had before energy. It's a transition energy. It's not necessarily the best energy to be in to come into a relationship. But it is too, because it helps you in that transition. You know what I mean? Like Mr. Yachtman. I mean, it wasn't right for me, but it was right for me at the time. I learned a lot from that relationship, even though it was hard. Oh my God. I wish that kind of relationship on anyone. Seriously. And you might look at it from the outside. What you wouldn't wish having, on anyone, someone living on a multi-million-dollar yacht, having the time of their life. With a narcissist, no, I wouldn't wish it on anyone. It was hard. Everything you thought turned out to be not. Wow. Curveball. Showing your fantasies. God, that's another thing as well. That's another thing as well about this energy here, that fantasy that I was talking about here. Be careful of that in relationships, because if we do manifest it, we haven't really manifested it. We've manifested the fantasy. It remains a fantasy. Look how humid it is out there. Can you see? You can see how humid it is. It's literally steamy out there. You don't want to do worse than before. I think this is a stepping stone for you, Rose. So thank you, Jessica. Let's find out. Curveball. Could be about that fantasy thing. Thanks for your donations, guys. How many blame cards? We've all 3 of us have had the blame card. Blame the sex. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Blame it on the good time. Blame it on the boogie. Why? Are we talking about a cheating thing? Are we talking about strong sexual compatibility? Doesn't necessarily make for a great relationship. I mean, it's good that it's there, but there needs to be something beyond that. If we base a relationship just on that, we're in trouble, aren't we? Nice if it's a part of it. It could be about that. There's something in that fantasy, though. Yes, there's something in the fantasy. Look at this. Is this thought useful, and move away? This is your higher self saying stop with the fantasies. Like, we think that we've manifested it. So if we think that we can do the law of attraction by like having a fantasy about our relationship, and like I said before, them suddenly waking up and changing who they are and becoming what we want them to be, and living out that fantasy, that's just not going to happen. Just as we have never done that. We've never done that. You don't suddenly wake up today thinking, I want to be a different person, and actually I'm in love with that person, and they are who I want, and I'll go and be with them. We never do that, and no one else ever does that either. And so if they do come in because they want sex, and we're like, I've done it, I've manifested my fantasy. No, we haven't. You might be fooled, like you said. Yeah, it's the last part of that sentence, Jessica, there's a problem here. The I thought it would. Never turned into anything, thought it would. The thought it would, that's the problem here. Now, saying that the fantasy is not the problem, because the fantasy can be us knowing what we want and holding that vision, right, which is a good thing. But what the problem is thinking I've manifested it here through this person. Is that kind of delusional? This is the one. They're showing me those signs when they're not. We've got to be wary of ourselves. because we're too eager to believe the fantasy is coming true fast. It's that shortcut, fast track, shortcut. I can manifest it right now. I've focused on this fantasy, this one that showed up, it must be it. This must be the one that matches that fantasy. I can see it in them when you can't. So, move away from that. Is this thought useful? Move away from what? Not the fantasy itself, because it's putting their face on it. Hold your vision. So the sex blame thing, you could be, Jessica, you could be sexually attracting, while you're holding this vision and then thinking, because they're giving you something, because they're attracted to you sexually, or your looks or whatever, they've got that initial attraction, that's it. It's like, I've got such a strong attraction, me and Mr. Handsome, so much, but I held myself back from it. Like my reading said, I held myself back from it. It's got to be way more than that. And he did settle down. It took him a while. It took him like 6 weeks or something, but he settled down. He stepped back from that energy, that lost energy, and he needed to. And now he's just like adores me. And that's what it's turned into, which is much better. Well, it's still a bit weird, but hopefully it's going to progress from that too into something a little bit more healthy. Sometimes you just got to do that. You got to sit it out while they go through that stage. Got to remember, guys do it differently. What do they say? Like visual creatures, whatever. They do have this sexual attraction first, like we all do. But women tend to imagine, or can imagine, the emotional connection, whereas the men don't, generally. And we've got to give it time. You work together. Can get tricky, hey? Does that make sense, Jessica, what I said? So it seems that the fantasy is the problem. It's not the fantasy that there's a problem. It's the false hope kind of thing is a problem, that they're going to be the one. The expectations from it. We've really got to start expecting much less from each individual situation, and sitting it out and waiting and being in it for the long term, and believing them. It's like, okay, this is interesting. I'm attracted to this one. Well, let's see. I'm not like, I don't have high hopes for it. In all likelihood is they're going to be like the rest of them, but we'll see. We've kind of got to be pessimistic like that. Pessimistic toward the individual, but optimistic in our vision, and hold that vision. You've got to be wary of people, because the majority is just like Elizabeth Taylor. And even the good ones, they need to keep it in line, right? It's just like reminding me of Mr. Handsome, like we met 3 years ago on Valentine's Day. And the attraction was there from both of us straight away. But it's like, not like that, mate. Not like that. And even this time, a couple of months ago, when he came back in, intent, passionate. It's like, not like that, mate. And even now, not like this either. Come on. It needs a hell of a lot of time. Beth. Thanks for your donation, Beth. High self-guidance for Beth. Sometimes I wonder why they've got me giving out relationship advice when I feel like, and that's what I was saying to my guides last night. It's like, oh, it's my turn to receive. Like, you gotta give me something first. So many wishes that I've got, my inner child has, to receive before it's time to sort anything else out. Beth, healing and refocus. Refocusing on healing. Could be for the Mercury retrograde for you, a healing time for you. Being willing to be artistic. Oh, this is specific. I like it. Okay. Be willing to be artistic. This is about healing something in your past where you were maybe criticized when you were being creative. You know, when we're kids, our creativity, like, it's not that good, really, let's face it. If we were like brutally honest with our kids and they gave us like a picture that they made, we'd be like, that's terrible. But we're not. We say, wow, that's great. And we put it on the fridge. Now, maybe you had a particularly hard person around you that didn't do that, that didn't encourage you. Or maybe it was an embarrassing situation, like a teacher pointing you out. Maybe the teacher wanted to like point out defects in the painting that you'd done or whatever to teach the class something, and you were just like humiliated. You took it personally. The teacher shouldn't have done that. But, you know, it's that kind of thing. Something has cut you off from being artistic here, Beth. A trauma that you had. Oh, it just reminds me. So when I was doing neurotherapy, EEG biofeedback, and when I was learning it, when I went on the class for it, to my diploma for it in Melbourne, I we were learning about this one treatment, which is a lay down, eyes closed, sensor on the back of the head. It's like a dream therapy biofeedback, and so you lay down with a sensor on your head, and as you're drifting off to sleep, the sounds change. So there's an ocean sound, there's a babbling brook sound, there's gongs and stuff. It's very relaxing. But what it does is the sound changes just as you're drifting off to sleep, and then it brings you back out of it because the sound changes. But then you relax back into it, and it keeps you on that edge. So you know how you dream is you're dreaming in about 3 seconds before you wake up, just as you wake up, and you dream for about 3 seconds just as you go to sleep. It feels like you're dreaming for about half an hour, but you're not. It's about 3 seconds, and you know, all crammed in. And so this treatment has you in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out of sleep. And so it gives you the chance to, it gives your subconscious the chance to do a lot of that processing that it does with dreams. It's really powerful. It's kind of therapy. And anyway, so when we were learning about it, we were powering up and doing it on each other. I couldn't have it done on me because I was way too traumatized. I was PTSD, couldn't relax. There's no way I was falling to sleep and in that very vulnerable position with a room full of people like that. Not a chance. I was way too scared of people. So it didn't work on me. It did work on the guy though, the guy that I was partnered up with. It worked on me at home when I was by myself. I could do it to myself, but it worked on him. And what happened to him when I did it on him? I'll always remember it because it was really profound. He came out of it and he has like tears in his eyes, and he was like, whoa. He's like, I didn't even remember about that, but it just came back. He said he was in the school gym. He was transported back to his school gym, and um, his teacher, like a progressive teacher, teaching them about mind over matter and all of that, and showing them just what they could do. And he was like the golden child. He was really into that stuff. Of course, he was doing the course alongside me, you know, I was into that stuff. And so the teacher really liked him, so would use him as the example. And so the teacher said, look, let's do this. You know, your mind is really powerful. And he did that thing where he laid them down on two backs of a chair, rigid body, trance kind of thing. But he wasn't in a trance, and he didn't want to let the teacher down because he was the golden boy. And so he tried to do it with his muscles, and you can't do it with your muscles. And he slammed on the floor. And so that he went through that experience again in this treatment, and he had tears in his eyes, and it's like I totally blanked that out. I'd forgotten about that. He said, but oh, there I was on the gym floor, slammed on the floor because I gave in, and just totally embarrassed. And he didn't have the skills to deal with that at the time, so it was being brought back up. And so something not similar to that, but kind of similar to that. Some humiliating experience to do with your creativity. Could be to do with a teacher. Could be coming back to you. or have come back to you recently, and it's time to, and it's stopping you from being willing to be artistic. So you're too worried, too judging yourself to be able to open up to your creativity there in a bigger way. I'm not saying you're like completely shut down to creativity, but in a bigger way. And so that's the focus. And so it seems to me, Beth, like you will be opening up creativity next in your life, doing something bigger. So a healing refocus for you. It could be the, oh, maybe I should do like Mercury retrograde meetings. What do you think? Although I'm trying not to put any new readings on the website. It makes it too complicated. And I can't balance my workload very easily. Thanks for your donations. What else should we get out? Do we need more? I think so. What do you think? The pick a card read today that I'll be putting out tomorrow. What they think versus what they feel. Could be tricky. Could be a tricky read, I mean that. But I do feel, oh look, soulmates. I do feel like there's people ripping themselves apart at the moment, and so that could be an interesting one to do. How they think versus how they feel. Anything else coming up for you guys at the moment? Oh, what a beautiful card. Penguins. Soulmates. No. Look at all this love energy here. Ugh. I haven't seen him for ages. You had an embarrassing experience recently. Okay. Here and now. Where? I want to go back to training. I miss him. Here and now. Where? Love in the moment. Yes, that's what I said in the energy update today. You've got to love in the moment, not the past. Love in the moment. Oh, it's tricky. Success and enlightenment. Wow. So not just success here, you know, all the success that we had here, the Six of Wands. I mean, all of these cards, very successful. But it's the enlightenment thing. It's the learning about ourselves. That's what makes it like more successful, even more successful. That, you know, learning about ourselves, illumination, finding things out about ourselves. It's all about our growth, isn't it? Not about the stuff that we're manifesting. Still, we want the stuff that we're manifesting. Thank you, guys. Living situations. Let's find out. Changing your living situation. I'm getting a temporary thing first, Rose. I'm getting a I'm getting like a hippie vibe. Because of this, I mean, look, this is where I'm getting a hippie vibe. Freedom, love, joy, and peace. That's like, it's hippie central, isn't it? Reach out and fulfillment. I feel like there's a temporary thing coming up. It reminds me of like a share house that I was in. Oh God, how many messed up people lived there? I was one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of us. Highly traumatized people living together. It was interesting how. Oh yeah, I'm getting a temporary thing coming up for you. It's going to fulfill you. It's not going to be long lasting. It's going to be interesting. Or it could be that share house because that's the energy that I've got of that years ago. I knew I was going to move there because it was number 11, the house. But if it's not that, you could be moving, but not for a long time. I mean, it could be shortly, but you're not going to be there for a long time. To somewhere where there's people like that around you. If you're not living with them, there's going to be people like that around you. Interesting. It's an interesting time. I mean, it's wounded people, yeah, but it's going to feel fulfilling to you because of that. Lots of learning going on. Does that make sense? Look at that, soulmates here and now. One penguin's, oh, one penguin, I've never seen that before. I have not looked at this card before. One penguin's got the key and the other one's got a keyhole in the heart there. That's gorgeous. And here and now. I wish I had more of her decks, like physically. That's the only one I've got physically. I've got the apps. For the other ones, I need a penny. Let's do the animals. No, I don't want to. Change my mind. Moving in with the boyfriend, not staying long. A broken friend, yes. It's that kind of thing. It will be fulfilling though. You'll get stuff out of it. Both of you. It's investigative. So hard to say that. Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like to me. God, we were all playing out different things. It was so weird. One of them, one of them, I didn't particularly like her when I first met her. I met her the first time that I was in Australia. We played Scrabble with each other, and I was the first person to beat her, and her ego was in full force, and she had a tantrum, and she actually didn't finish the game because I was winning. She had a tantrum because she wasn't used to not winning, and I was wary of her, of course. And anyway, we ended up living together because she was already living there, and I moved in. I'm like, interesting. So she had that going on. She was a yoga teacher. Maybe they all were in that house, apart from me. So she had that going on. We didn't actually have a lot of we didn't spend a lot of time. I don't know. She must have had a boyfriend somewhere else. And then there was a very angry. Oh yeah, he was kind of the same. Maybe we were all angry. Very angry acupuncturist, but he was pushing it down a lot, you know. Oh, he's just so mad, hey. And he used to go outside and rage outside, right outside my bedroom, punching stuff. Phil. The other one was Olive. And then Phil's girlfriend, who was very nice. Nice. Maybe she was raging on the inside too, but I don't know. She was just very nice. Stephanie. She must have had trauma though to be in a house like that. And then there was me, drinking, partying. the oldest one in the house, but I was acting like the youngest. God, we were misfits. In Byron Bay, opposite the primary school, in our house, the number 11, house number 11 on whatever that road is that's got the primary school on it. In perfect harmony. It's the number 11. It's like the soulmates card again. Look at all these carrots we've got today. Awakening genius as well. This creativity coming from this union that this reading is going on about here. Awakening genius, stepping into our power. It reminds me of the world card here, the rainbows and all of that. A new chapter beginning. Both of you in perfect harmony, bringing things out of each other, soulmates. Enlightenment and success coming from it. I love it. You have 7, do you? Are they the real ones? I've just got the rip-offs, Chinese version. Why does China have to do that? Rip everything off. One of the worst things about Asia, I find, is I love it here, but when you go to the shop and you think, is this real? Or are they just charging like near real prices for a rip-off? Is what I'm getting here the real deal or not? I used to have it even more so when I first moved here. Like, I didn't trust anyone. Like, even like the guy here saying like, do you want to lift down to the road? I'm like, this is a taxi guy trying to rip me off. That was my mindset because I'd just come through Bali and they're all like that there. In Cambodia, it's not so bad here, especially once they know you. It is a bit like that. You wish whoever this reading for us enjoys all the happiness. Me, I think it's for me. I've got a feeling that lately these are for me. I think it's my guide's way of getting the right information to me. I don't know, I hope so. But very much just waiting, really. I don't know what's going on. It's looking promising, but who knows? Who knows, really? You clap for me. Or maybe it's someone else. It's all very positive, isn't it? But all of this kind of shows what's behind it all that's going on at the moment. For the feminine, it seems like it's the internal stuff, yes. For the masculine, the internal stuff, but it's the thoughts. Oh, the publisher just had 50% off sale. He loaded up on the real deal. I've got so many cards. I've got so many decks. I don't think I need any more. I tend to use the same ones over and over again for all of the readings anyway. But I do love Colette Baron Reid's decks. I do. She's great. I like her. Oh, that's good. That's good. I like them. I like my little lineup that I've got here, my base collection. Let's do some of these. I haven't done these in cafe for a while. Let's see if we can have some randomness. You're not too old for love, Christine. You're still like a little girl. Your energy, Christine, you're still a little girl. And has anyone else noticed that? Christine's energy is a little girl. You haven't even grown up yet. It's like you haven't even started yet, Christine. You'll emotionally mature soon. Romance celebration party. I knew the romance cards were going to come out. So that's the 3 of Cups there. Romance celebration party. Let's pair them all up for you. What's that one? Diamond. I knew that the guides were going to do this. You'll be giving or receiving a precious gift. What's that? That's a 6 of Wands. That's us getting married there. With the 2 of Cups. What's this one? Bread. Period of prosperity and abundance. That's the success here. Ink pot. There's problems to be resolved though. That's all that crap up there. You are a little girl still. I used to feel like that too. Like I was saying in that share house, I was acting like the youngest there, but even though that I was the oldest there. And people used to say that about me, is that I'm just like a little girl. I was. And you've got that energy too. And that's before we retrieve our inner child and start caring for them emotionally, parenting ourselves, putting that inner child first, and then you start growing up emotionally. You become less like a little girl, more like your energy, you know. You are still. It's sweet, but it's also like sad. A little girl in there hasn't grown up yet. You will. Just keep on doing the work, inner child work especially. Spiritual love. That's the soulmate there. How many of the love cards do we have here? Affairs with your family. That could be the marriage card as well, hey? Flowers. Oh, stop it, guys. You're just like carrots, 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 carrots. Happiness. Woo. Arrow, you're on the right path. Yes. That's the Eight of Wands there. What else have we got? Fire, strong emotion, passionate love over hate. It's love. It's passionate love. Seahorse, family matters again. It's marriage involved here. Shall I carry on? Carrots, carrots. Stop an aggressive person. No, club. No. They're the wrong cards. Torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Yes, that's the awakening genius thing here, and the enlightenment. You'll get there, Christine. Took me a long time. And there's still an aspect of me that doesn't feel that grown up yet, but not yet. Not like I was. We can't mature emotionally if we're not in a safe space, and if our family have never done that for us, or nobody has ever done that for us, we've got to do it for ourselves. And how do we do it for ourselves when we haven't been taught how to do it for ourselves? It's not being modeled for us. But it's tricky. It's tricky. Hopefully that's what I'm doing for you, is modeling that. You know, being the example. Hopefully. Oh. Well, I hope it's true. I kind of do hope it's true. I do like him. I like him a lot. He's very impressive. And it's been a long time that this saga's been going on as well. Let's put these away. Enough of this. So thanks everyone for coming along. Listen to these carrots. Have a good weekend. It's the weekend. What's everyone doing at the weekend? Me. I might have another massage. Apart from that, I'm doing nothing. Nothing. Apart from publishing videos. I might make some more videos just to have something to do. Or maybe we're coming out of lockdown. No, not a chance. My massage lady said that she's had 2 COVID tests, she said. She doesn't speak much English, so we have fun time. Well, thank you, Christine. You're always giving me compliments. What's everyone doing this weekend? I wish you all a good weekend anyway, whatever you're doing. And let's do this all over again on Monday. Catch up. Maybe we'll have some news. Monday could be the day that the gym's opening back up again. They said they're going to close for a week. I think it's going to get extended. I don't want it to be extended. Crunchy carrot salad. I had some carrots in my salad because I got the last carrot on the island. I might do it again. I might have steak and salad for my dinner. See you, everybody. Thanks for coming along. I think, well, definitely the weekly reads will be out, so you can find out what all of that change is coming this next week. And a pick a card will be out tomorrow night as well. Probably the how they think, how they feel. How they think versus how they feel. Because that does feel like what's going on at the moment is there's a bit of a disconnect in us all. And yeah, have a good weekend. See you next time. Thanks for all of your donations. Bye. 145, 45.